Was cracking. Mi raza. I can't hear my mic. Please turn up my mic. Please turn up my mic so I can hear myself.
You sure? I could hear you.
I can hear me now.
You can hear you now?
I can hear me now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Dang.
That's right. I'm sorry. I aged a little bit. My bad.
Jeez.
But it's been rough out here. It's been rough out here. These streets, they don't sleep. They had me not sleeping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
And I didn't get to trim my brocha today. But today we're gonna get it in.
No dating. No dating.
Sorry for the long wait, but NORBEEZ was on vacation.
Hey.
My bad. We had technical difficulties on the oldie show, but he brought it back to life.
That's right. That's right.
Today, we're gonna get back to the show. Okay? So, how was your day?
It was good. It was good.
Before you start that, I just want to thank all of you for joining us tonight, giving us your time, dedicating your precious time on whatever you're doing,
Definitely.
If you're yelling at your husbands to take off the trash, husbands, if you're yelling at the wives because they didn't make something that you wanted to eat, moms and dads, if you're yelling at your kids because they haven't done their homework, whatever you're doing, I appreciate you guys for joining the team right here. But, orale, I look out there, or do I? Hey, shout out to 94M, Two-Face Entertainment. Who else do we have? Carlos. What's up, Carlos? How you doing? Pelon, always a pleasure. Vanessa, always a pleasure. Smear Gang, thank you for joining us. NORBEEZ, what are you doing right here? What do you need? You need the cord?
I had to disconnect it.
What's disconnected?
I know. This
You good?
It makes a humming noise.
I think you're making a humming noise. I think you just came near me to make a humming noise.
Hey,
you better back up, homie.
We're gonna spread rumors like that.
You better back it up.
All right, let me start the show.
Light, did you see the light? It's on me.
Oh,
it's still on me.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
So, anyways, what we're gonna be speaking about today is the masks we wear.
The máscara.
The masks we wear and mental wellness for men and women. I was gonna specifically talk about men today because I think men have a lot of issues. No disrespect, homies, but we have a lot of issues when it comes to our egos. You know what I mean? With us asserting authority. In either in a relationship or just out in the streets in general. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna touch on both topics today. Other than that, that's why I have this on right here, because every day, whether we like it or not, we put on a mask.
We gotta get up in the morning.
We gotta get up in the morning. We have to put on a smile at work. We have to put on a happy face for our significant others. We have to put on a certain mask when we're out there in the street with our homies. We have to put on just different kinds of masks. When we're talking to people, when we're on the phone with people, well, in our jobs, everything, we put on a mask. And many of you have multiple masks and you don't even know it. And we need to get down to the nitty gritty of where that comes from and why do we have so many masks? What does it have to deal with? It has to deal with trauma, stuff that you've been through. And we need to look at that. And come out of our denial about our own defects in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I had this on. But I'm gonna take it off now so you guys can see my ugly face. My bad. But go ahead, NORBEEZ. How was your day, homie?
It was good. It was a little bit slow, but we're here now, and we're doing the thing. I went on my page. I went live on my page for a bit today, coming here. And then now we're here, and you know what? It's great to be here with the audience, with the chat, and then this is a very important topic that we're gonna speak on, and I'm glad we're tapping into this one because this one's probably long overdue, also, especially for this channel, which is here to talk about what's going on with the community, with the culture. It's definitely a topic that needs to be had. That aside, I thought you were gonna take the mask off.
Oh, you want to clown, NORBEEZ?
Hey.
You want to clown? All of a sudden, she became famous and she wants to get in on me, huh? Man, this guy started
Diddy.
running.
Diddy.
This guy started running his own program over here. I'm gonna send you back with Tony. You better shut up. Okay.
Shout out Tony A.
Shout out Tony A. If you guys haven't checked out what you call it, Freaky Tales, go feel free to like and subscribe his channel. Definitely. And get your clown on.
Definitely. I think him and IC recently did this show for like oldies. I'm not sure what it's called.
They did a show together?
Yeah, they did a show together. So shout out to Heisey also. And to their show.
Okay, you got an upcoming event, right?
Oh yeah. Nationwide Presents. It's throwing an event in La Placita. It's right there, right across the street from La Placita Olvera. It's gonna be a dope event. They got a lot of artists coming through. I myself am a special guest. Thank you to Nationwide and Big Joe Castro, and also I do believe our fellow podcaster Sonny from the Streets Ain't Loyal will be also a special guest. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I hope to that you come along with us.
Sure, if I can find a babysitter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my little boy for the weekend, but I'm sure I could fit a couple of hours in.
We could be amongst the public, amongst the people, and really be part of our community out there. And
hey, homie, I'm out in the public every day.
But you're not with me, so that doesn't count.
But you're not in the public where I'm at, homie. I'm in the hood. I'm in the hood. While you're right there sitting on Tony's lap, hearing his stories, homie. I'm actually out here in the barrios. You know what I'm saying? All right. No, hey, you know what? I want to give a shout out real quick before we start, talking about our masks. I want to get a shout out to a good actor. You know what? I always have a hard time pronouncing his name.
It says NORBEEZ.
Not you.
Oh, okay.
Not you,
never mind,
brother.
Never mind.
But Frank Cervantes. How do you say his name, bro? His last name.
Cervantes.
No,
Cervantes
not Cervantes.
Enterprises?
You weirdo. Not him. But Frank Cervano or man, I have a.
Servano.
He's the guy. He's this guy right here. I don't know if you guys can see him.
It's Servano.
Yeah, I have a hard time, but I was on live with him today on TikTok, and he's a really cool dude, respectful dude. He's the dude that was in the Goodfellas, that actor in the Goodfellas, when him and Joe Pesci go into hit stacks, and he's making coffee, and he's right there, and Joe Pesci goes, "Hey, make that coffee to go. What are you gonna do? You gonna make the coffee?" Or he says, "Make that coffee to go." But anyways, yeah, we did a little live today, and we were talking, had a good conversation. I was asking him, some questions and stuff, and also giving him his flowers on his accomplishments. That's pretty cool. We were talking about how what Mexicanos and Italians have in common, and I think one thing that we have in common with them is we love to eat. They love their spaghetti and meatballs and lasagna and all that sauce, but we bring the salsa, you know what I mean, to the plate. So yeah, shout out to him. If you guys, his name is Carbone, I think, in the movie, Frankie Carbone.
It's Frankie Carbone.
Yeah, but his real name is Servano or something like that, or
Civerros.
Is that how do you pronounce? I don't know how to pronounce it, bro.
What is Frank Civerno's real name?
Yeah, well, that's his. You're saying it.
Civerros.
Yeah, something like that.
Apparently, it's Francesco Lo Guidice.
I don't know. He's cool though. Anyways, shout out to him. Shout out to all you guys in the live. I see you, Rootster. What's up, homie? What's up, Pee Wee Morales? I see you.
He's a Capricorn.
Yo, yeah, Frankie Carbone. There you go, Ray. Sal, what's up, Sal? Yeah. So, hey, thank you everybody for joining the team right now. Appreciate you guys.
It's Carbone. Shout out Denise Castillo.
He's the one that gets locked in the freezer. He's in the what you call it? Is he the one that bought his wife oh no, he's not the one that bought his wife a Cadillac. And he goes, "What do you like that?" He goes, "Yeah, I got my wife a Cadillac. It's a wedding gift." It wasn't him. It wasn't him. No. All right.
Nah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right. Anyways, let's get to the topic at hand.
Wait, weren't we talking about something else?
What were we talking about?
Wait, you're doing shout outs. You're doing a shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
You're on his live also, right?
Yeah.
Did you mention that part?
I just gave him a shout out. What do you mean? Did I mention that part?
Did you mention that you were on the live with him?
I think. But it's not that important,
it's pretty cool. I thought
it's
that
cool,
was cool.
Shout you get to talk
Lisa.
to somebody. What's up, Lisa Duran? We missed you on the Oldie Show. What's up? Shout out to Southtown SD. Appreciate you, homeboy. Definitely. 94M. Denise, always a pleasure.
We got Izzy 310.
Heck yeah. Hey, Wirmas in the house. What's up, Easy?
Did you say Wirmas?
Wirmas.
I don't
That's
know.
right.
I don't know if that's how they
How
say
do you say it? What are you talking
I
about,
think they say
Wirmas? Don't make. I
think
know
they
some of
say-
them, homie. I'll call them over here right now.
I don't think they say Wirmas.
Wirmas.
Wirmas?
Wirmas.
I thought they said Wilmas. Nah. Somebody-
NORBEEZ wants to be from a barrio so bad. So, anyways, if you guys feel free to introduce yourselves to each other,
Hey.
because we're all family right here on this side. You know what I mean? And for all the haters.
And they are haters.
Anyways, hey, for all my stalkers, follow me too. Anybody that wants to clip my little lives and stuff like that, I appreciate you. Hugs and kisses, homie. But anyways, let's get to the topic, because what you call it?
Oh, you know what we could do also is that we go
What?
back to the community posts. Because we haven't done that in a minute.
Okay. Oh yes, yeah. So let's go to the community post real quick. My bad. I'm sorry. My apologies.
All right. As always, like we always say, it's always first come, first serve. The first one is going to be from Rio Raul. Says, this for you, Marvelous. Are you purchasing the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection?
I didn't even know there was a
I didn't know
collection,
either.
bro.
I didn't know.
Is it the movie or the video game?
That's a good question. I'm going to assume
I think it's a movie, right?
I'm a gamer, so I'm going to say, wait,
You're a gamer?
You don't know the game Mortal Kombat?
Homie, yes, I know the game. I was like the first one to buy it in line. Please, my grandfather took me, homie.
For what? For what system?
For Mortal Kombat, the Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo?
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Were you born yet?
Was
Were you born yet?
I was
I
there.
had the Super Street Fighter
I was-
before it even came
I
out.
was there when I told them my name is Super Nintendo.
Yeah, right. You weren't there. You had a Super Panza.
Hey. Yeah. Hey, you know what do you like more, the movies or the game?
I mean, I like the game. The movies are cool. Bro,
All right,
when the movies
who's your
came
favorite
out-
player to use?
Raiden.
Raiden?
Raiden's
Yeah,
always been
Raiden's good.
my favorite. But I like Scorpion too. I always like
I
Scorpion.
hate Scorpion
Why?
players because they always do the stupid teleportation shit.
Oh, so what?
Fucking you keep fucking spamming that move.
So what? What about Super Street Fighter? Who was your favorite player?
Street Fighter, I'm gonna say depends. If I wanna just tease you, I'll use Ryu.
What do you mean tease me?
Tease you, like,
why you don't be talking to me like that?
make
Tease
you-
me. You hear this guy? He's always I don't know what he's doing.
If I
If I want to tease you, this guy said I want to tease you.
if I want to make you believe that you're good, I'll use Ryu.
What do you mean make me believe that I'm good?
Make you believe that you're good. I'll use Ryu because
We need to have a battle on this show.
But if I wanna get serious with you,
Serio pedo?
serio pedo,
Who you
I'll
use?
use Ken.
Ken?
Ken.
You just like white guys.
I'll destroy you.
You just like white vatos.
I will destroy
You
you.
hear what
with
he's saying?
Ken.
He's from Oaxaca. He's gonna use a white guy to destroy a Mexicano. You see?
What
You see
do
what I mean?
Are you saying right? Are you saying
see?
right? Is a, wait. Who do you use?
Ryu,
who do you use?
Ryu
Wait.
looks more Mexicano, homie.
Wait, who do you use?
You're gonna use a
Wait,
vato
wait.
with blonde hair
Wait, okay,
that looks
Who do
like
you use
like
then?
Patrick Swayze,
Okay,
homie.
Who do you use?
Who do I just told you.
No, I didn't hear.
I'll
you.
use Ryu, Blanca, Bianca. Who's Bianca? Expose him. I'll use Blanca. I'll use Ryu, homie. I'll mess you up with everybody, homie. E Honda. I'll use him.
You know what? I met a lot of good players that use Blanca.
Yeah, you look kind of like Blanca
Hey,
right
hey,
now. I'll
hey.
paint you green. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, but yeah, but yeah. So that's who I use, bro. I don't know. I'm not gonna pick Ken.
Okay, tell me who's your worst character to use.
My worst character would probably be Vega.
Vega?
Yeah, Vega, that Spaniard.
It's the same moves as Gallo.
Nah,
And Blanca.
Gaio was always like a favorite to pick, Gaio and Ryu.
But I mean, as far as doing their moves, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, but Vega, the only what you call it, advantage he has is when you pick his land and he gets to climb on the fence.
Oh, yeah.
That's like
yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah,
only
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
But Vega's like, once you kick that claw off and his mask off his face, homie, that about doing nada.
That's true. Now he has that one really quick attack where he grabs you and he throws you in the air and he flips
Hey,
you.
look at 805 Plummy, what he picks.
I pick Pikachu.
Hey, ranting with Ramos. Hey, you know what? Shout out to the homie right there. I want to give a shout out. If you guys haven't checked out his podcast, Ranting with Ramos, that's another podcast that I've been on. Met him. Really good ass dude, man.
I think he's saying
There's a handful of vatos that I've intermingled with.
Oh, hey,
got
hey,
a
hey,
chance
hey,
to
yo,
got a
hey,
chance to
you,
meet and be on their pod. NORBEEZ is
wanna
always
clarify?
thinking
You
about
wanna
that.
clarify?
NORBEEZ over there in high heel. He's wearing high heels below that camera. You guys can't see it right now, but he came in with some stilettos. But there's interactions on their podcast that I've had with them, and Ranting with Ramos, solid dude.
Shout out to Ranting with Ramos.
Shout out to Incredible Javier from Flores. Appreciate that homeboy too. Really humble vato. Sonny from Street Saint Loyal, always a good one. The G. Lou Show, good ass homie. So yeah.
Hey, shout out to JEDI. He just
shout out to JEDI.
He just put right now, NORBEEZ, you used Ryu when I played with you. Yeah, yes, I
Damn.
did.
Was he playing with you or was he playing with you? Orale. All right, go for it. How you doing, Naomi? Welcome in. What's up, Risky Business? Welcome in, homie.
All right. Well, here's one about religion. Diamond Life 98 says, would you consider yourself Christian, Marvelous, or do you not claim a religion, and why?
Never Christian. I don't claim to be Christian. No disrespect to all those Cristianos out there that are all, filled with the Holy Spirit, as they say. But, I think, man, you know what? I don't like to say it, but that's gonna deal with like coming from a barrio and gonna get into religion. I think there's a church for everybody, and I'm gonna say it like this. When I first started going to church, I started going to Victory Outreach when I was a teenage kid, and all there was veteranos in there and veteranas that had came from the barrio and they were in prison, and all I seen in there was hey mijo, hey home, let me talk to you, and they're just right there and let me tell you what Jesus did for me, mijo. Let me tell you what he did, and I'm filled with the Holy Spirit.
Oh yeah.
And they're like that. They're for reals. They're like that, and it's like because when you growing up in the hood, check it out, NORBEEZ. I don't know if you've ever been around any homies like that in the hood, like veteranos that have been all like I could use this word. I think I could use this word. All cargado out. You know what I mean, on black. Yeah. Yeah. And they're right there. And when I was a young homie, and I'm not trying to mock any veteranos out there or nothing, because I know a lot of veteranos. I grew up with veteranos, all my dad's homies. But one thing in the barrio, from my barrio Maravilla, is I've always met a lot of my dad's homies and on the street, and they'll be, hey youngster, shh, cállate, homie. And I'll go over there, hey, what's up, homies? How you doing? And like, hey, Holmes, let me tell you something, homie. I've been out here for years, and they're just right there in which color, And some of them were involved in church already, when I was a little boy. And they're like, mijo, you need to get out these streets, mijo, because the devil lives out here, and he's not going to give you a break, and he's trying to take your soul, and you got to give your life to Jesus, and we got to see the pearly gates. And they're just right there, and they're telling you, and this. And some of them that I met, they're so like into church, but they're so like they're still doing their thing. Still, and they're high, you know what I mean. I would meet I would meet a gang of homies, even including my not that my uncle was into church, but like when my uncle
was that saying go do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, but the people with so much advice to give somebody. Are still going through things, and they say things to lift their spirits,
Yeah.
And you just got to be careful who you're listening to, and always, I mean, I don't know, everybody's different, bro. But I'm just saying, like, I met a lot of people through Victory Outreach, and Victory Outreach is, I think, a beginner church. No disrespect to everybody, Sonny Argonzoni. I knew all of them. I met them all through my dad's first wife, Bessie. Bessie was a secretary for Sonny Argonzoni. So I got to meet Art Blajos, all them. I was there when Art Blajos got booed off from the East LA College from the homies, because he was an ex member of an organization, and the homies didn't want to hear that. And even if it was about God, the homies weren't trying to hear it, So yeah, but
now,
I think.
Well, let me ask you something. Cause now hearing and watching that and listening to that, did that in a sense turn you off from wanting to be a part of that?
You know what? And it's gonna sound dumb, but like just like today in YouTubers, you got all these prison channels and gang members talking about their life, and now to look back, when I did the Peter Centinelo documentary on Chicano gang life or whatever, it was I walked them through my barrio.
Yeah,
like we're walking through my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm the first one to do it, because obviously I'm not. But I see now it's like everybody's walking through their barrios now. Yeah. You got a bunch of youngsters, you know, and hey, I'm not saying that they looked at my video, but I know a lot of youngsters that seen that video, and they're like, "Dang, homie, that's right, that's right." And it's like,
just to clarify, because there's a lot of rumors out there and a lot of people pushing that you cannot walk on those streets.
Who says that?
There's other people out there.
Oh, YouTubers.
Yeah, YouTubers.
You're talking about those that don't like me.
Even though that you're literally right there in the.
They're retarded. So, anyways, what you call it? What was I gonna say right now?
That you're seeing.
Don't mess me up, homie. Don't mess me up. So, anyways, you see a lot of youngsters out there walking through their barrios, and they're right here. They're doing hate ups before they're what you call it. It's like you're doing it, or I feel like I'm doing it. I'm trying to do something for the better of our community or our young homies, but it's turning them on at the same time, you know? And I'm gonna give you an example. When I was younger and I went to Sea Maravilla, our continuation school, we had veteranos that came in from every barrio. And these were our enemy neighborhoods, from White Fence, from Hazard, from different barrios, Whittier, Trece. And they would come and talk to us about prison, and you vatos need to do what you're told, because you're either gonna end up doing life, or you're gonna end up unalive, or you're gonna do whatever it is, you know, you're gonna end up paralyzed, or they had so many stories. But we're right there looking at these vatos, and they're still firme. Yeah. They might have done time or whatever, but now they have a name for themselves, and it's like, dang, I want that name too. Yeah. I want to be somebody. Yeah. I want to put that mask on. Oh. You know, I want to be that. I want to create a story for you.
I see what you did there.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we need to put these down. We need to put these down and be ourselves. Right now, the new trend right now is YouTube personalities. I'm gonna say it like that. You got vatos that they grew up in the barrio, and they call themselves content creators now and influencers, and they're talking about everything and everybody, and they're asserting themselves in other people's business, other people's lives. They want to be the first to tell you the story if it's not even true, you know? Yeah. And they want to portray themselves to be somebody that they're not. Yeah. Whether it's a vato that did time on the level 4 yard, whether it's a vato that put in work for his neighborhood, whether it's an ex-tecato that wants to be the biggest banger and jealous of another homie from the barrio because his face is on the internet. You got all kinds of vatos, you know, that are just trying to be something that they're not.
Putting on those masks.
Putting on the masks, you know, still at that age. At how old are they? You know what I mean? They're older than me, a lot of them. You know, you got vatos that are 50-something acting like they're the biggest veteranos out here, and they're not. They never done nothing for the hood. They never been involved with nobody. They never push weight. And it sucks, you know, it sucks because people that don't know them, and they start to idolize them, or like, hey, I seen that vato, or oh, that's right, homie, that's right,
that's a real one.
That's a real one. You a real OG, and you guys gotta be careful who you call OG. OG is that's a heavy word, you know. An OG isn't gonna act like that. An OG isn't gonna push a certain narrative. Yeah, you know, to portray to be that, because people that have been about that life, people that have lived in the streets out here like that and seen things, don't like to talk about them because it's ugly. It's sad that I have homies that are older than me, younger than me, and they're not here for whatever reason. I've had homies take out homies, own homies, that they were just like, psh, we all together at the homie's house with his mom, you know, with all his family having a barbecue, and the next day that one got that one, and they're not here no more. It's like, dang, what happened? Oh, the vato wanted him to pay some feria, or whatever the reason was. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get into all that. Yeah. But it's just, you know, there's undercover jealousy. There's people want to wear a bigger mask than you. Yeah. There's people that want to have an uglier mask than you. There's people that want to portray themselves, you know, to
whatever, to know the most. It could be anything. That doesn't have to be barrio-wise. It could be something with knowledge. You know, you could be talking about cultura, and here comes another vato that's from another tribe, and he's gonna be, no, that's not the way it is, and this is what you're supposed to do. It could be somebody, you have a cooking channel, and some girl's gonna hate on you. That's not how my mom used to make it, and we make it better, or whatever you're doing. You know what I mean?
That's not how you pronounce that word.
That's not how you pronounce that word. And, oh, NORBEEZ is not from Oaxaca. He's never even lived there. Like, there's going to be always somebody trying to put on a bigger mask than you.
You're not from there. You don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, so...
Anyways,
what do you mean anyways? Don't try to run this show, homie.
Aside from your...
Look at NORBEEZ just trying to put on a bigger mask than me. Right now, it's happening right now.
Aside from your long rant...
Damn.
How did that turn you off from Christianity? You know the question I asked you.
Oh, I know. How do I go? You see, hey, you know what? You're right. You're right. All right, Christianity, because there's a lot about those, and I'm not Christian, and this is one of the reasons, is because I feel the majority of them, knowing what I know now, studied and weathered. I'm not saying I know it all, but Christianity is a man-made religion. You know, the book has been divided. The Bible, holy means separate. Book, Bible means book, right? Has been separated, you know, and it was never meant to be separated. There's no such thing as the Old Testament or New Testament. It's all one book of laws. And there's two ways, and this is why people have a misunderstanding of the Bible, right? And when they start reading it, because we start reading the Bible and we go based on our own feelings. Oh my God, that's what God meant. That's what God is talking about. And let me read this scripture, John 3:16. And let me tell you what God, and for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And let me tell you, brothers and sisters, that God loved the world, that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever within that world shall believe in him shall have everlasting life. Let me tell you. And you're right there in the audience. Oh my God. You see, sister, put your hands up. And everybody's right there, you know, praising the Lord.
And you almost had me going there.
And nobody's keeping the law. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's keeping the law. Everybody's on fire. And I got the Holy Spirit. And you see it in the movie, Don't Be a Menace, when the ladies are going at it. And she's looking at the other lady, and she's like, I'm filled with the Holy Ghost. And she's right there, you know what I mean? Shaking her hands, and they start battling, dancing. And that's how it is in church. Everybody feels that God is talking to them and telling them something.
Hey, man, sometimes movies talk about real life.
And they don't understand. They don't understand precepts. They don't understand scripture. You know what I mean? Because they're going based on your own feelings, on whatever you're going through at the moment or whatever you've been through. And if you don't study precept upon precept the way the Bible tells you to study the Bible, right? Look up words in Aramaic, Hebrew, you know, learn the words. What does firmament mean? What does world mean? You know, and I broke this down before. The word in the Bible, there's the word world. Yeah. There's the word world, right? And there's the word worlds with an S, plural, meaning more than one. And then there's the word earth, right? So there's like three words to something that we believe in English means the same thing. And it doesn't. It doesn't. The word world pertains to a specific nation, a specific people. The word worlds pertains to all 18 nations that the Most High created. And the word earth pertains to every living organism and creature that the Most High created. So when he says in John 3:16, for God so loved the world, well, what world is he talking about then? Because there's more than one world. When Jesus is right there at the well, right? And he tells a lady, wait, she's going up to him and she goes, Jesus, can you help me? You know, my daughter's been vexed, means she's possessed by a demon, a demonic spirit. And he puts his hand up and he says, depart from me, woman. I have not been sent unto you, but I've been sent unto my people. That's a possessive pronoun. My people, my people. There's a separation there. So what does that mean? Well, who did he come for? His people. There's a separation between Gentiles, Goyim, and Hebrews, which the Bible comes for. The law was given to Moses. Was it given to everybody? If you tell your kid right now, you got 2 kids, NORBEEZ, and you give one of your kids, you tell him, hey, mijo, don't do that. But you don't tell the other one that. Who's the law for? That one kid.
That one kid, yeah.
That one kid. Don't worry about it, everybody else. So now to understand that scripture, you go to 2 Ezra 6:54. It says, everybody that came from Adam, there's a separation. Don't be worried about the other people that also come from Adam. they be unto spittle, and that's like in the abundance of them of falleth from a vessel. I need to bring the Apocrypha out here. But these are scriptures that have been removed from the Bible. I'm not trying to make this a Bible because this isn't a Bible study. You know what I mean? But
well, I mean, it was just a question of how.
Yeah, it's a question. You need to break it down. You need to ask yourself, well, what is he talking about right here? Not with a preacher up there is preaching, telling you like, oh, you need to do this and you need to pay this much money if you want your blessing, and please, Lord, give him a humble spirit to give this money. And I mean, come on, homie.
No, I hear you. Shout out to Tommy Rocha on the live chat.
Oh, here we go, my brother.
Hey, all right, well. Those were 2 long rants.
Go ahead. My bad. My bad.
All right. This from Magic Wolf says, have you heard of Bill Gates' electric tattoo? It's a tattoo that uses smart ink filled with nanocapacitors that get embedded into the skin. He says this will take over smartphones. This and the Neuralink sounds like the mark, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Oh, probably. I know about nanotechnology. I know about the nanotechnology that's been put in the jab that you guys got. If you got it, that's already in your blood or whatever. But yeah.
All right, sounds good. Well, I mean, quick. I mean, they already pretty much got us with the phones, so I don't know what more to say about that. Let's see. So apparently, this happened some months ago. I think we already talked about this about Kiawi.
Okay.
Where apparently he got baited into and by somebody to answer a question about you specifically, if you were even part of a tribe.
Oh, don't even bring him up. But hey, shout out to him. He's knowledge, but he's taught oral history with his family. You know what I mean? So he doesn't know a lot about a lot of people, and I'm definitely not a person he should be speaking on.
Well, that's one thing about the, as far as tribes, people's got to just, stick to their own tribe.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll give him that. He knows a lot. I got a lot of respect for him. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, for me, for instance, like, I'm Zapotec, so I'm not going to jump into Mexica.
But there's just people, there's people, then getting back to masks, there's people in every genre, every community that feel that they have a bigger mask. He goes at it with a lot of people on TikTok. I see some lives. He was on a live that I was on with Chicano.
Yeah.
And Artificial. And they teach cultura.
Yeah.
And they got into it with him because he doesn't accept the word Chicano. And Chicanos aren't indigenous, and it's like, what are you talking about, fool? Yeah. Because you got long hair and you look, what you would call a little bit more indigenous, then doesn't make you the chief, homie. Like you could get sacrificed with the rest of them.
Hey,
Hey,
there's no sacrificing. No, shout out to El Boo Boo. Okay, this next question is from sorry about that. All right, this next question is from Diamond Life 98. Do you ever feel confused about modern day spirituality? Like what is real and what is not? Do you ever feel like it could all be BS? Just a source of entertainment or coping mechanism for death or going through troubles?
No, I just see a difference between when I was growing up and what you would call spirituality, and today's time that it's more of a trend. People want to be a part of something. People are lacking something in their life, so they go through what is known or not known, but kind of like a midlife crisis. So they want to be part of something. They start to doing things that they've never done before. They start to involve themselves in things that they've never done before, or now they want to travel. Now they want to whatever you might want to do. Like they say, men when they go through their midlife crisis, they want a motorcycle. I want a motorcycle right now. Am I going through a midlife crisis? Maybe. But I want a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think I think there's a big difference. I don't think people do a lot of research. I think people are TikTok smart. People are Instagram smart. They hear a video, they see a video, they hear somebody talking, and based on their feelings and opinions, they agree with them, and they're on the wagon with them. They don't not actually looking up what words mean. they're not learning definitions of anything, and you know, they're right on the boat with the rest of the globers.
Yeah. Shout out to Vicky's Town Chronicles. He is in the live chat right now.
Hey, shout out to Vicky's Town. Also, that's another good platform. Go like and subscribe to his channel. He posts up a lot of stuff for La Raza.
Definitely.
I really appreciate him too.
Yeah. He says, I am Chichi. Sorry if I butchered the name. Chichimeca.
He just wanted to see. He just wanted to say Chichis.
Chichimeca. And I study with Quillawil. I am Chicano in his classroom. He has a problem with ignorant Chicanos.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And let's see. Also, yeah, that's what I want to put out. Okay. Okay. We're good now. What is modern spirituality right now, in your opinion? What you see?
Modern spirituality is just like I said, bro. It's being TikTok smart. It's listening to somebody on TikTok and agreeing with them based on your feelings, or on what you're going through.
What do you think about all these like Caucasian people that are going to like South America or Mexico and doing the ayahuascas and the peyotes, and now they're coming back all hippie-ish and talking about spirituality?
No, a lot of people like that. Well, yeah, they want to experience something. They want to experience it, but they don't know the meaning of it. You know, they don't know about going in the sweat lodge. They don't know about spirits and energy. You know what I mean? They're hearing something and it becomes a fad. Like, hey, bro, hey, brother, we got to go try this. I heard that peyote stuff gets you high. You know what I mean? They want to be like, you know, just to try it. But you don't just go to a person's culture, go to a person's tribe just to go experience it. You know, these are special things. These are and I'm not saying religion, but it's a cultural thing. You know, these are private ceremonies. You know, this isn't something to just try out. This is a whole lifestyle, a whole change, bro. You know what I mean? And tribes, you start at a young age. You don't start when you're like, you know, 50 years old and all of a sudden you're going through a divorce and you want to go try it because now it's your time to get away. Like, no, this is a whole life. Everything's energy. The food that you're consuming, the people that you got around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all that stuff, that energy, the awakening, bro, is gonna help you remove this mask. It's gonna really bring you back to your roots.
Yeah, that part right there.
And ground yourself down.
All right, next one is going to be from Claudia Herrera 937 says, "Hey guys, what do you guys feel about traveling? I know we are being targeted as a whole. Today, Arkansas announced National Guards being deployed to help ICE. We're trying to go check out the Redwoods this year, but feel uneasy since the deporting is seeming to not care if one is a citizen or not. Thoughts or ideas were to travel or not travel at all?" Damn,
honestly,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
right
honestly, I think that you should travel. Everybody should experience, different scenery, you know. But somebody at the door.
Somebody said no.
Oh, I think that everybody should experience, traveling to travel or whatever. But I also feel that something's coming. I feel that all the borders are gonna be on lockdown, and if you're caught somewhere else, you're not gonna be able to come back, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna go down. Some of the stuff I can't say on here, but we'll take the today in San Pedro, right? They had a cargo ship, and all that merchandise fell, off the cargo ships.
Yeah.
And those cargo ships were from China, I believe.
Were they?
Yeah, that's what they said. I seen 2 articles on it. But I think that these are all things that are being strategically set up or put into place to cause an event or part of an event that's going to happen. Right? I haven't been wrong so far. I've been right on almost everything that I called, bro. For real. So I'm not trying to say I don't believe in the psychics or nothing, but the earthquake, you guys know I called that. You can't say that. The outbreak, I called that. The event 201, which you guys knew as the C-19, I called that before that happened. What else was it? The jab, nanotechnology, told you, aluminum and barium chemtrails, told you. You know, the same thing. The metals in the infamil, that video that I did years ago went viral.
That's crazy. Yeah,
That no people didn't know about that. I told you.
Then some chick started doing it, and then everybody started catching on.
Yep. We did the video on frequency. You know, the change of manifestation of the frequency that's being emitted to you. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was our first video.
Yeah.
Told you.
And you talked about, that's getting popular now too.
I told you.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing the experiment.
Did I tell you how frequency it creates a design in your cells, and that those cells create feelings, and So, anyways.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't mean to go all off on that one. Hold on.
All right. Next one's from SD805 Plumbing says, question from the IE fools. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
Oh man, hold up real quick.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, guys.
My bad. Damn. All right, go for it.
All right, so let's see. Art G2909 says, everything good with you and Tony.
Why does everybody always ask that? Go ask Tony. Go ask Tony.
I think you said it enough time that.
As far as I'm concerned, Tony, I talk to him all the time, almost every day. But I don't know if has he said something about me? Let me know.
Give me that chin 7765 says, can NORBEEZ tell us something about his diet? For the most part, I guess I could say I eat about one meal a day.
Who does?
Me.
Yeah, right. You better stop lying,
man. One meal a day, and then maybe depending if I gotta wake up early in the morning, I'll have one more meal before I go to sleep.
Use a lie.
Cause
every time I call you on your camera phone, you're eating something.
That's a lie.
You did? What are you talking about?
Every time you call me like that, I'm on my bed.
Dude, you had the other day I called you and you were on video. You had 3 hot dogs taped together. What are you talking about?
You know the funny part about that?
I don't want to know the funny part about it.
Yeah, you want to know the funny
part. I don't.
You want to know the funny
You drank the hot dog water with ice.
No.
What?
I ate 3 hot dogs today.
Did you for real?
Yeah.
You're dirty, bro.
I ate them.
Parasitic worms.
I ate it with a side of chips.
A side of hair.
Side of chips.
A side of hair.
Vinegar, salt and vinegar. Have you ever? Do you eat that? Those chips, salt and vinegar.
That smells like a whole bunch of bad breath.
You never eaten salt and vinegar?
Yeah, chips? But I just don't eat that no more, bro. I don't eat like hot dogs.
But have you eaten it though? No, I mean the chips, the salt and vinegar.
Yeah, I've ate that before, like when I was like 5 years old, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's good.
That's cool. I can see it doing a lot for you.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. Sal Oob7 says, what are the best foods, fruits, and vitamins to take for a healthy lifestyle?
The best. I mean, I don't believe in vitamins.
What about food? What's
anything organic, bro?
If you were in an island and you only could take one food with you, what food would you take?
If I could take one food with me.
Yeah, and that food would be the one that would make sure you survive in your lifetime.
One food?
Yeah, one food.
Man, bro, I don't know. I don't know about one food.
Now, are you thinking about flavor or are you thinking about health?
No, because there can't be like one food. I mean, what are you gonna say? Pick a fruit or a vegetable? Or are you gonna say I want to take a cow?
No,
like I'm
let's
gonna
say
eat steak every day.
you somehow you have this machine that it always puts out the same food.
The same meal?
The same meal.
It's gonna have like 3 components. I'm gonna have a
Okay, let's have
vegetable
3
on there.
components. All right, 3 components.
Watermelon? Watermelon, definitely.
Uh-huh.
The other thing that I would have is that's really good for you, and it sounds nasty, and I don't even like eating them, really. but dates are good for you. That's a
Dates?
fruit. But a vegetable, let me see. A vegetable would be I like all kinds of vegetables. I like asparagus. I just ate asparagus today. With some ribs.
It makes your pee-pee smell.
Well, how do you know how pee-pee smell?
That's
Man,
what-
don't be talking
that's
about
what
that
I'm
on my
saying.
show, Norby. You go on the news with Norbeez and you talk about all that hot dogs and hot dog water and all that you
All
want.
right.
He knows how it smells. I don't know how it smells.
Right.
But you know,
we have watermelon, asparagus. All right, what's your protein?
that is my protein.
The
That's
asparagus?
protein. Protein comes from
The-
vegetables,
for
bro.
The asparagus. Okay,
Yeah.
so what's your third item here on your plate?
I mean, if it's gonna be any kind of meat, of course steak, but it's gonna have to be grass-fed meat. It's gonna
you're not gonna know. It's just meat.
Well, I mean, you can't just pick meat like that, bro. You know, it's gonna have to be, if it's gonna be a steak, homie, it's gotta be
Bro, the
grass-fed.
thing is a machine that's popping out meals. Where do you think it's gonna get
I mean,
organic meat?
Yeah, well, I mean, well, you're asking me though if it's a meal, dog. I can't be saying I'm gonna pick out a fake meal like, you know, McDonald's or something. You know, it's gonna have to be, if you have a chef that's gonna cook for you for life. You know,
All
it's
right.
gonna have to be an organic fed cow, bull, or whatever, and it's gonna have to have you know, a real or organic vegetable or fruit, bro. There, that's it. Let's get off the food topic.
I'll get the craving. But
Mr.
okay, what about vitamin? If you had like
I don't believe in vitamins.
a supplemental vitamin, what supplement would you take?
I don't know, bro. I don't believe in vitamins.
Well, let's say any kind of supplement, even sea moss as a supplement.
Okay, there you go.
Sea moss.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the one you would choose.
Yeah.
All right. Okay then.
It's your difficult question. Bro, you're making it more difficult than what it has to be. Hurry up.
Now,
They're gonna go in on you on the BP
Okay,
part.
now
I
this one-
see 805 plumbing already going in.
now this one I don't know that this one's from Tecuexe 415 says thoughts on the Moors and how they colonized Spaniards and their influence on our cultura. That's a
I don't know, bro. I don't know how to come at that question. I think that I mean, so much has been hidden, you know, like I don't know where to come at it with that question, bro. You know, are you talking about the whole part in Europe, about the movement
I'm
over there?
assuming
Because
mostly
there could be the movement over here, and
I'm-
how the Moors came over here in the Americas.
I'm thinking how they influenced the Spaniards, and then since the Spaniards came over to what is now Mexico.
Yeah, but you got to think about how they've hidden all the anything of the Moors,
Good point,
anyways. You
good
know,
point, good
there's like not everything put out there. You know, look at what's his name from Russia that put out barely that supposedly little Bible. You know, that he put out and showing how the Hebrews were black, right? Jesus
yeah.
was black. You know, and I don't know.
Hey, don't you think it's interesting that the indigenous tribes of these lands, all of their vegetables are superfoods,
Yeah, of course.
and like the other parts of the world, like almost have none.
I mean, there's some, bro. You know what's a superfood that's all over the place is cactus, nopales.
Is that on the other side of the world?
Yeah, there's cactus over there, bro. I don't know if they took it over there. I don't know that.
Good point.
You know, but
Good
that's
point.
everywhere.
Good point.
You know, they feed that to their camels over there.
But you know, camels are originally from here.
There are horses.
All right. This is from Jay Lennox. Says, what can you recommend for someone with diabetes to maybe get rid of it?
Cleaning out your blood. You gotta clean out your blood. Definitely, your kidneys are failing, man, and your liver's not cleaning out anything. You know, your filter. But
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Sebi had a program to get rid of diabetes, right?
yeah, well, a lot of his stuff went to CMOS, but there's a lot of stuff that you can do, which is drying out parasitic worms, right? And big thing is again, dates. Dates are perfect. Any real organic nut Don't do it, NORBEEZ. Don't say nothing, man. They're gonna smoke you in the But any organic nut or stuff like that, like dried prunes, dates, those are really good for your body and drying up any larvae, or larvae are, right? People call it larvae, but larvae, they're parasitic entities that are in your body, in your blood, and all diseases come from that. So if you could remove that, and it takes about a good 6 months, because let me tell you like this: once you start to clean out your body, and one thing I highly recommend is cloves and oregano. Those two things are really good for you. Okay, those dry out any eggs or any larvae, and you'll push it out of your stomach. Okay, but what was I gonna get at right now? It takes a good 6 months, because the first 3 months you're removing all these parasitic worms, and when those parasitic worms get threatened, they release their sperm. Can I say that?
Yeah, semen.
Well, they release their eggs. We'll say that, right? So the next 3 months, you got all these eggs hatching, and you're super hungry. And it's not you that's hungry. It's not your stomach growling. That's not because you're hungry. It's because they're hungry. They need a feed, so your stomach starts growling. You know what I mean? It's really them saying, feed me, feed me. But you need to get, the other 3 months is to kill off all those parasites. So I always show bay leaves, chamomile, oregano, cloves. Where's my thing real quick? You know what? Let me get it real quick so I can show them real quick.
Did you just get inspired?
Yeah, bro, you gotta show, because
right,
people just listening to me, they're gonna be like, this vato don't know what he's talking about. He don't even live that life.
Hold on. All right. All right, let's see. Since we're talking about, so Dr. Sebi does have actually, as far as I know, I don't know if his family still runs it, but in Honduras, they have a retreat where you could actually go there, and I guess you could pay to be a part of it. And from what I remember, they almost guarantee in 1 month that they clear out your diabetes. And they pretty much put you back to, I guess, what you would call normal. And from what I remember, some of the Sebi videos, it does involve fasting, where you're gonna not eat anything, and you're mostly gonna be on a liquid diet. You're gonna drink certain teas.
So do you know why you fast? Do you know why you're fasting? Why fasting?
Because I run a lot.
No, stupid. Do you know why a person's supposed to fast?
Oh. You know what? I don't know. Are you saying that like in a spiritual way, or are you talking about that in like in a realistic physical way?
It ends up being in a spiritual way, but physically.
I mean, and this is why I'm happy that I found out about Dr. Sebi like decades ago when I met him, and taught him a few things.
What are you talking about? You did not know him. What's his name?
This is Reginald.
Yeah, no, it's not Reginald, you dummy. Come on, NORBEEZ, why is it important to fast, homie? Come on.
But you know what? And well, this goes back to that, because I saw a lot of his videos of his teachings, and for the most part, what he said makes sense to me. It makes sense to the fact where, your body needs time to actually break down these foods. We're not breaking down 3 meals a day. It probably takes us a week to break down those 3 meals, and every time we consume 3 meals a day,
you heard that from me. Shut up. You heard that from me.
I heard that from Dr. Sebi.
You didn't hear that from Doctor. You're a liar, man. Man, you full of lies. Anyways, what he said is right. Anyways, and I've said it many times on the show, right? When you eat a meal, your body's immune system, has a thing which is called white blood cells, okay? And your white blood cells swim to the object, right? The minerals and stuff like that. And anything that's not organic or anything that's bad for your body, their alarms go off, and they start attacking that object, right? And they start trying to break it down and kick it out of your system. Now, if you keep consuming, now picture your white blood cells like an army, right? These troops are on their way. This whole platoon is on their way to fight this, this McDonald's that you just ate, knocking off the fries and the burger. But hey, you know what? Here comes the hot Cheetos, homie.
Oh.
The hot Cheetos are on their way down. They're like, Dad, we got some hot Cheetos, homie. Get some more troops.
I want some hot Cheetos.
You know what I mean? Oh my God. So anyways, they start to try to get reinforcements, but you only got so much military. You don't got the Air Force, you don't got the Marines, the Army, you don't got all these you got
the National Guard.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You only got the National Guard fighting your battle right now. So anyways, when you're consuming so much and anything that's not real, that's processed food, it causes inflammation. There's so much coagulation of your blood that goes on, and those little things end up creating parasites, and those parasites get coagulated and become a tumor, and that tumor becomes cancerous, and that cancer is spread through the red blood cells that are passing by. Oh shoot, look at that car crash over there, and they're taking bits and particles to other various parts of your body, and that's when the whole cancer spreads. Yeah. But anyways, with that,
wait, before you go there, what's the longest time you went fasting?
Fasting?
Yeah.
A while, a couple weeks.
I think I was only able to do a week.
You really did a week?
I did a week.
Damn, that's good. That's good, bro. Yeah. That's props to you. Whole cloves, get them. This is your main component right here. This is your buddy, your homies. These are all your homies right here. They're gonna help you fight that battle.
Wait, did you call it whole cloves?
Whole cloves, whole, not a hoe. They're not a bunch of hoes. Like, hey, what's up, mija? You want to come and kick it in my body?
Is that the cloves they use?
No.
All right.
Man, get it together, NORBEEZ. We're trying to be serious on this show, man. Canela. You need that right there, okay? And all these, you can combine them and make a tea. I've showed you on my lives before. I made tea for you and showed you how to make it, all right? The next thing right here, cilantro. Very important. Very important.
Oh.
Very important.
It kind of looks like that other one. What's it called?
What?
That other green one. That dry green one. What's it called? Oregano.
Yeah, oregano. Bay leaves. Bay leaves.
Is that B-A-E?
Bay, not babe, NORBEEZ.
Not
you know what? You're messing up this educational channel, homie. You need to stop. You like hot dogs? Stick to hot dogs. Stick to hot dogs, homie.
Hey, some of them might take it as because they might hear these words and think it's those words.
Yeah. So any of you need that?
Wait. Those are the only ones you have?
No, there's more. I have chamomile too, but I'm not gonna go grab the bag everything. But yeah, you make a tea.
Are those all repetitions of what you just showed?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
I stock up.
Oh shit, you stock up.
I stock up, homie. Because the stuff when you buy the real, there's fake ones out there, bro.
Yeah.
There's fake stuff in the bags that are labeled and it's not real. Like a lot of the canela that people buy, it's not the real canela. The real canela's small, homie. They're the little ones. This is the real deal.
Let me get a whiff.
Hold up. This one ain't open. Hold up.
Okay.
Wait, you know what? You can smell this one. I think this one's open. That smells so bomb. What you know about
this?
What's
with that cap? Why's it got that cap on?
Because I have a seal on it, NORBEEZ, man. You better stop.
For that freshness, for that extra freshness.
Keep that winter. Hey, remember the
you need a knife to open it?
Yeah, homie. What you think, dog? This is the real stuff right here. These are all new. I be selling these.
Let's see. Let me get a
That's
line.
bomb right there. Smells. You know what it smells like? Like Christmas.
Let me get a line. Oh.
Smells good. Like that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, your body's like, oh my god, what is this? Used to smelling hot dogs all day. Smell some real stuff.
Hey, that actually smells really good.
Hey, for real,
that actually really smells.
I know
really
it does.
Good.
It changes your whole mood, huh? Yeah, look at you. You can taste it. Taste the air. Taste it. All right, feed it, man. All right. Anyways, yeah. So that's a good way to clean out your system, man. And we need to get back to our culture and living off the earth and not off of a warehouse food, you know.
All right. Next question is me 9303 says, has NORBEEZ ever been with a woman?
All right.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, he has a kid.
Hey.
He has a kid.
We got Mundo 144 says you should speak on how Mexican history and stereotypes fit perfectly on how the Bible says we are as a tribe. Example being like a strong donkey, good for hire, man that knew how to tell times,
The strongest animal. The strongest animal.
Donkeys are strong, bro.
Donkeys are strong. They keep carrying the weight, bro.
But I don't think. Oh, wait, are donkeys indigenous to these lands?
So, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean? Where are they from?
I don't know. That's why.
Australia or what?
Australia.
Australia?
Maybe.
All right. Let's get to the what you call it? We're getting on time. We're supposed to talk about these masks.
Oh yeah. All right,
man.
All right, guys. So that we.
My bad, NORBEEZ. This guy taking over the show again.
If we didn't catch up to your question, my bad.
What question? Oh,
questions. Aside from that, okay. So, well, we were talking about masks.
About masks, bro. We're gonna talk about these masks that we put on as young men and women out here, and we portray to be a lot of things.
Well, let's start from the beginning. The first mask.
Which one is
What's
that?
the first mask you put on? Is it the one? Is it the one that you start off with your family, or is it the one when you first start socializing? Like, let's say elementary.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. Where do you think, and the audience, if you guys could answer this in the comment section, where do you think you put your first mask on? Okay, I'm gonna give you my answer, but let me see what you guys think about that. Where do you guys think you get your first mask from? When you put on that first disguise and you try to be somebody. Hey, what's up, Tommy? My brother in the chat. Shout out to my brother. Shout out Vanessa. Shout out 10 Flowers. Shout out Video Cam TV. Guppy AZ. Appreciate you, homie. Quien te importa? Appreciate. Wait, Brad Pitbull. What's up, homie?
Pitbull.
So when do you put that first mask on? When do you think? NORBEEZ, give us your answer.
I want to say the first time you realize that you're a person.
You're a person? And when is that, NORBEEZ? When you're a person.
I want to say maybe 4 or 5.
Why? What makes you put that on?
When you finally start having actual memories of yourself.
Memories?
Yeah. As far as you realize, oh, you're part of something. Do you remember the first time when you realize that you're you?
Okay, you know what? I think this is a personal thing that you're answering about, bro.
No,
because you have an experience where I'm gonna give you an answer right now.
Okay.
But you're talking about a personal experience with yourself.
No. I'm saying when you realize that you're an individual.
Okay, so you had an instance in your lifetime when you were a little boy when you realized that you were you. You're speaking about yourself and you don't even know it.
I think I am. I
know you are.
I want to say it was in during preschool.
Okay.
And a basketball hit me in the head.
What happened? And then you realized you were
human or what? And then I realized
what?
There's things happening around me. Like things are happening around me.
NORBEEZ.
Like
you're funny, homie.
Does that not make sense to you?
You're funny. Okay, let me tell you.
Chat, let me know if that makes sense to you.
So a basketball hits you and you realize that what? You're not the only one on the playground, or what?
I realize that things are going on all around me.
Yeah, of course
like
they are.
A lot of things are going on.
Of course they are.
I'm aware of my surroundings.
Okay. I don't know if you understand.
Where I'm not a baby going goo goo gaga or just eating and shit.
Let me give you the context of what I'm talking about, bro, because we're talking about masks. And I think that's a separate thing.
I think you might be right.
A personal thing that you're talking about, with all respect.
Yeah.
But I think where kids first develop this masks comes from their home with their parents or either one parent. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example.
Yeah.
If you got both parents in your life, you had both parents in your life, and mothers and fathers, you guys are gonna know this. Okay, mothers are more emotionally connected to their child. Okay, fathers love their children to death. I can't say that, huh?
Yeah, I probably don't say
My bad. Edit that out. Well, we love our kids. I know how I am with my babies. I love all my babies are always, no matter how old they get, they're always going to be my babies. I love them with everything in me.
Yeah.
Okay? But there's a different connection with mothers and fathers. Okay? Mothers are more, oh, get up, mijo, or pick them up. And fathers are more, get up and learn how to stand on your own. You know what I mean? I know that from personal experience from my grandfather. Everything was an issue with him. Yeah. You know, how I held a hammer when he was teaching me carpentry. If I didn't know how to read the measuring tape. Everything that I did, down to my homework, he would yell at me like every Mexicano has yelled at their kids, get it right, what's 2 times 4, or bam, and I couldn't comprehend it, you know, and because my mind was somewhere else. It was on cartoons, it was on whatever, you know what I mean? But I think the answer that I'm searching for is when a mother tells her child, you better listen before I tell your dad. I think that's when we first pick up this mask. Or one of the examples.
Yeah.
And you guys could pick out your own or have your own opinion or whatever. But I think that's one of the first times when we pick up our mask, when we have fear for somebody, it's embedded in us, or we see our parents' reactions to movies, and so we see that scare them, and now it scares us. Yeah. Or they teach us about the Llorona, or they teach us about the Chupacabra, or they say, hey, don't do this. Or don't go past that house over there because the bad man lives over there. Or don't go do this, or I'm gonna do that. And it makes us put on this mask, whether we know it or not.
Yeah.
So now we need to act different.
Yeah.
Now we need to act different around our dad. We don't want to be.
Yeah.
We don't want to say disrespectful words. We don't want to. But with our mom, it's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now we picked up this mask, and we don't realize it. And throughout life, you collect a gang of masks. Because now you're getting older, you're around other kids, and other kids are influenced by other things around them, and now you're acting as you're part of their realm, you know, their dimension. You know, there are things that are affecting your friends are affecting you now. Now we're getting older and we're getting into neighborhoods. There's tagging crews, there's the cool crowd, there's the nerds. There's the popular kids. There's the pretty girls. There's the handsome men.
Hey.
There's the smart kids. What group are you going to align with? What mask are you going to pick up? Who are you going to be? Because we're not being ourselves.
That's true.
We're being influenced by other people around us. Kids, relationships, people we admire, people we respect. We start to enter their portal. And we start to live and act as they do. We want to impress them. I want to be a gang member. I want to be out there in the hood. I want to make a name for myself. Why? For what? Because my dad. Because my grandfather. I want to do things that normally I probably wouldn't be doing. You know? And when we finally realize, you know, at an older age, when it's like too late, you know, maybe we get busted. Maybe we lose our loved ones, and now all of a sudden we just want to be a good father. We want to leave something behind, because all these masks are something that we weren't. We're not. You know, this isn't us.
Yeah.
This isn't us. Take it off already. You know, you're not that person. You know, you really loved. You didn't want to go hurt that person over there that lived in that other neighborhood. You know, you didn't want to hate on that person, but we seen other people that we respected hating on them. So now we're like, oh yeah, well, F that vato. Yeah. You know? Oh, that hyena thinks she's all that. You know? Or whatever it is. You know, for you women, I could do hair better. Oh, that girl doesn't know how to do her nails. Did you see what she was wearing today? Look at the picture she's taking. She always uses a filter. You've seen it all. Everything. And you see it on TikTok. You see it on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Everybody's trying to be something that they're not. Everybody needs to wait. Let me take a breath. Let me take a step back, and let me find myself before I search for other people to have in my life, especially in a relationship. We're right here, lonely, talking about when we're in love. I love you. I love her. No, you don't. You're in like with her. You're lonely. You guys have trauma bonded. She has the same, if not even more masks than you got. And now you're talking about how you got cheated on, she got cheated on, and now you spend so much time and you open that door little by little by little, and you trauma bond. And now you guys, it might be all good at first, but little by little it's going to fade away because you weren't your original self. You didn't come in with pure intentions because you didn't even know who you were. You didn't even know you had a bag of masks on. You just went in there thinking that you knew everything and you've been hurt, and now here comes this person sent by God, you know? No, it's not. You need to be alone. You need to find yourself. You need to find all those masks that you got and all those bags that you got at your pad in your garage, and throw them away. You need to figure out, you know, what trauma are you still dealing with? You know, are you still trying to impress people? Do you need a big following? Do you want to be known for something? What words are you using? What type of friends do you got? You know, who's in your life influencing you right now? There's older people my age, 43 years old, that are still influencing you. Who is it? People at work? Do you go shopping just to impress the people at work and say, "Hey, I'm dressed better than she does"? You know? Or what are you doing? You know what I mean? Is there somebody hating on you? Are you hating on somebody at work or school or wherever you're at? You know, are you from a barrio hating on another homie because he has a YouTube channel? Are you mad because he's on Google? You know what I mean? Who are you? Do you want to tell the most gangsterous stories because that's who you're portraying to be still? But you're not? Who are you? You know, what are you? You know, it's a you got to ask yourself these questions, homie.
Yeah, of course.
So what do you think about that?
You know, that makes me think of an individual that I saw in a reel recently, and he's mostly just complaining, a lot of complaining. This guy's a super rich guy, wealthy, has a good lifestyle,
Right.
but at the end, his conversation always ends up like complaining. You know what I hate? I hate that my own people are the ones that bring me down. I'm like, well, bro, you're successful, you're rich. Why do you still care that you or why do you make it seem that your people are the one bringing you down? Because clearly you're up.
Yeah.
So why do you make it a necessity to yell at them and say, why do you guys keep bringing me down? I'm just trying to be part of you guys.
Yeah.
Like it makes me wonder, what mask are they putting on? Because it doesn't make sense. You're wealthy, you have a good life, you have a family, and here you are publicly screaming and yelling and crying that your own people are putting you down.
And it's because everybody, whether they want to admit it or not, we want to be accepted. We want to be accepted.
Yeah.
So we're willing to put on any mask that they are. We want to be part of their group. We want to be accepted. You got one podcaster right here. You know him very well. This podcaster wants to be everything. He wants to be a gang member. He wants to be part of the committee in his a part of politics.
Yeah.
You know, and he wants to be call himself the hardest worker.
Yeah.
You know, he does construction or drives a forklift.
That's
He
a lot
wants
of
to be everything. And he tries to get every people from and go with them and come over here and it's like, homie, you got to be yourself. You can't be all these people, in one. It's just because you're trying to satisfy everybody's opinion or want to be part of a lifestyle, which you're not. You can't do that. You can't pick and choose. Just like you pick and choose to fight. You can't pick and choose. If a battle comes your way, you got to accept it. You got to. You can't say, I'm not going to fight him. He's ringing my doorbell. Talk for me. But I'll fight this guy.
That's crazy.
You can't do that.
It kind of feels like they purposely put on what you would call an iron mask where they can't even take it off anymore.
Yeah. And then, thank you so much for that. They put on a mask and that mask becomes part of them. And sometimes they'll end with that. And nobody even knows who they were. You got families fighting over them liking him or not liking him, or them, oh, my dad was so down. The other ones, no, he wasn't. He wasn't that. He wasn't this. But it's because maybe the dad wasn't the original person. He was portraying himself to be something.
Yeah.
So you gotta take the mask off. What do you think about before you go into that? My bad. So now, what do you think about how your perception of what I'm saying?
Okay, well, yeah, no, I see what you meant, and I think I'm just thinking like,
I know a basketball hits you. So take your time.
I'm thinking, no, I'm just thinking of self-awareness. I don't know if you recall the first time you realized that you were self-aware.
Yeah, when my mom got beat up.
And that's when
I was a little boy. We lived in Pomona, and my mom would do things, for money.
Yeah.
Make money. She would sell, whatever.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend would get back, and she also indulged.
Yeah.
And he would get mad at her.
Yeah.
And she would get beat up, bro. and we had a door. I always remember this door, bro. And a lot of old houses have these doors where it's a big wooden door, and in the middle of the wooden door it's a big glass pane, you know. And I remember him throwing her through that pane more than one time, bro.
Really?
Specifically 2 times, I remember. And she threw, like, my mom was little. My mom was only 4'11",
Yeah.
you know, and he threw her through that window. And I'm a little boy. I couldn't do nothing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember he threw us out both naked. We didn't have no clothes, nothing, bro. And she's taking me by my hand, and we're running down the street to the Cherryville projects. We're running down. And I remember being that little, and I wanted to be strong. I wanted the strong mask, you know, because I seen my mom like that. And she was bare, homie. And I didn't want nobody to look at my mom.
Yeah.
I didn't want nobody to see her.
Yeah.
And I wanted to put this on.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted that strong mask. And I didn't know how to do it yet. I was too little to understand the predicaments that she was in.
Yeah.
And that I was along for the ride no matter what. I couldn't do nothing. I didn't know how to articulate myself. I'm a little boy watching these things, you know?
But that's when you say you feel like you realize you're self-aware.
And then the next day, birthday party, we end up hitchhiking on the 10 freeway, on the Pomona freeway. And some guy stopped in his truck. And I had first when we went to the projects, she was knocking on the doors to let us in she's asking for help. Got a little gnat in here. She's asking for help, and nobody wanted to open the door, bro. You know, and she finally knocked on somebody's window, and it was a señora, and she came to the window, and the señora, hey, flycatcher, pay attention to the camera. You got everybody watching you. And so anyways, a señora answered the window, bro, and she's like, you know, come here. And she lifted me up through the window, and the lady had a little girl that was about my age. Yeah. And she gave me her pants.
Oh.
Her little pants, you know?
Yeah.
So I put these little pants on.
Yeah.
And here we go running down the street, you know? Finally, we made it all the way to the freeway. You know, and we're walking on the freeway, literally walking on the freeway, and a truck pulls over.
Really?
I still remember. It was a tan truck, bro, like an old Toyota. And they gave us a ride. And I needed to go to the bathroom so bad, you know. And my mom, we pulled over to use the restroom. Yeah. And I'm in the street. Yeah. And here comes the sheriff's, you know. And my mom had a warrant.
Oh shit.
My mom had a warrant.
Yeah.
So we were right down the street from my grandpa's in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And the cops ended up arresting my mom. She had a warrant. She went to civil brand. Yeah. And the sheriffs dropped me off at my grandparents. Oh. And my grandpa opened the door. And I remember him talking to them, and he grabbed me, mijo, you know, and he put the blanket around me, and he knocked on my grandma's door, and he asked my grandma to make me rice water, because that's what we used to have when we didn't have no milk, or nothing. My grandma would make me rice water or cream of wheat. Yeah. And so he tucked me in, put me in bed, and you know, we said our prayers, because my grandpa was very religious, and we'd say our prayers, and in the morning there was a birthday party. I always remember there was a birthday party, and my older cousins that came, and everybody's there, the whole family's there, and I didn't have no clothes, you know, and I just had these little pants, and my grandpa found a little shirt to put on me, and my cousins were making fun of me. I had 2 cousins, I remember them. They were making fun of me, and they were making fun of my little pants had these little girl designs on the pockets, little back pockets. He has little girl pants on, little girl pants on, and I was sad. I was so mad. And I grabbed another mask. At that age. And I put it on, and I had to act hard. I had to, you know, they didn't know what I went through. And I was hiding all these emotions and all these feelings inside of me, you know? And here I am walking around with this mask, bro. And from then on, you know, you for every situation, for every circumstance, for every trial and tribulation, you add a mask into your life, you know? So, you know, you need a. It's good to talk about things. This is very personal for me. What I'm speaking about. You know, because I miss my mom. Yeah, I love my mom. Yeah, I miss my dad. I love my dad. But just like a lot of you guys watching right now, I come from a broken home too. You know, domestic violence, abuse. You know, a substance abuse. I'm talking about. Yeah. And we close up, we harness all this stuff, and we carry it in our bag of masks, and it's heavy, you know, and we bring all this stuff into that we never talk about.
Yeah.
We don't want nobody to know, you know, us.
Yeah.
We're too busy having these masks on, you know? But
Yeah.
all these other people have the same story, you know,
Yeah.
practically, you know? They, or maybe even worse, you know, and we come and you know, we're in denial about a lot of things. You know, we never had a chance to speak about stuff, and it's very important, you know, to find out, who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? That's not you, that Instagram model. That's not you, that person banging on another vato that's just like you. That's not you. There's somebody in there, that person, and he's probably a good, loving person. She's probably a real beautiful person, but she doesn't feel beautiful. She has to cover herself with all that makeup. She has to dye her hair to feel beautiful. She probably never had a dad to tell you, mija, you're so beautiful. You don't need that. You know? She probably, maybe her mom is bitter about her relationship, so she never bonded with her daughter. You know? Maybe their mom is mad at her son because she sees his dad in him. And she's mad about what the dad did to him. So she walks around with a bitter mask. There's a lot of things.
Well,
know?
and that's the thing about having all those masks, Marvel, is that you keep carrying you keep them on, but at a certain point, you know, these masks start collapsing into themselves, and it starts manifesting itself. I guess it becomes trauma also.
Yeah.
And it starts messing with your mental health, because they've been festering, they've been building walls, they've been breaking them down, they're all those emotions, all those masks create this environment inside your mind that isn't healthy,
Right.
because you know it starts messing with your adult life, where it makes you act out, or it makes you act the way where, you know, depending on which mask is on at the time, you're going to react with that one.
Yeah.
And it sucks because sometimes you don't want to react like that, so you just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
And you stay quiet, you don't express yourself, but at the end of the day, you're really just hurting yourself, because it stays in there, it festers in you, and it grows, and it gets dark and darker and darker, and you know.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard me tell that story about that monk. Remember that story about that monk?
Which one?
There's only one monk.
Doris? No, I don't remember.
So there's a story that I told about a monk, and I really like this story. You know, if you guys have heard it, I hope you took something from it. If for those of you that are new on this channel, I'm just gonna say it one more time because I love this, and then we're gonna take the calls right now. But there's a monk, right? You guys know what monks are. They're these older men that learn spirituality from at a young age, you know, and they take what are known as.
Are we talking about the Asian monks or the European
Asian
monks?
The Asian monks, bro.
Oh, okay.
So they take an act of celibacy, you know, and they're everything is spirituality. Everything has energy, you know, and they learn that everything affects them, you know, and there's toxic things in this world that we shouldn't have around us, you know, and this could go back to the max thing, okay? So there's this one monk, you know, an older monk, and there's this young monk, and he wants this older monk to take him as a disciple, and he keeps asking him, you know, and the older monk he finally tells him after so long, you know, he finally agrees, you know what, I'll go ahead and I'll take you as my disciple, but I need you to pay attention. I need you to listen. I need you to keep up on this journey, because I'm going to take you through the forest. I'm going to take you on a special journey, and to enlighten you, to give you enlightenment, right? So they start on their journey. The young monk gets his bag and stuff, and he gets all ready. And there's many stops along this journey, this path with the older monk, and they're going in and out through the forest, They're going over rivers, mountains, streams. There's bad weather at times. There's it's raining at times. Sometimes it's really hot. And every night amongst the fire, there's a story that the older monk tells the younger monk. And he tells them, I need you to pay attention, listen and apply what I'm giving you in your life, So there comes a point in time where they come across this rapid river, and this river is just raging, and they're like, man, how are we going to cross this river? How are we going to cross it? And the older monk, he's so full of wisdom. He's not worried about the river. He knows that they're going to pass it. He believes in himself. He knows it. But at the bottom edge of the river, there's a geisha, a beautiful Oriental woman. And she has this bamboo with her whatever she's collected in the forest, berries, whatever, and she's trying to make it across the river too. And she knows that she's not going to make it. And the older monk knows that she's not going to make it. So the older monk decides to help her. NORBEEZ.
Yeah, I'm picturing everything that
all
you're
right,
saying.
all right. But stay with me, homie. You look like a... Never mind, I'm not going to say it. So anyways, the older monk decides to help the geisha. And he helps her and he carries her across the river, with her stuff. And the younger monk is trying to keep up with them, but he's all mad. He's so mad that the older monk helped her, and he's like, man, why did he touch her? And we're not supposed to touch women and this, and we're on our special journey. And he feels so disrespected about the thing, And the older monk, wishes the young geisha farewell, and she thanks him, and they go along their journey again. And at night, they have their fire. And now it's story time. And the older monk, he senses something bad or some animosity, not bad, but animosity in the younger monk. And he tells him, speak, young one. And the younger monk is like, he's scared of the older monk. He doesn't want to disrespect him because he has a lot of respect for him, but he wants to get it off his chest. And the older monk tells him, just tell me. Don't hold that, And the younger monk finally blurts it out, and he goes, well, I came on this journey because I have so much respect for you, and we're supposed to live like this, and we're supposed to do this, and we're not supposed to touch women or do this, and why did you carry her across the river? Why did you carry her across the river? And the older monk smiles at him, and he goes, yes, this is true, everything that you speak of. Yes, I carried her across the river, but why are you still carrying her?
You know what? I remember when I said that.
NORBEEZ, be quiet. Let's take some calls. Anyways, I hope you guys get something
from... That was a good one. That's a good one.
I hope you guys get something.
That was a good one.
One of these stories. NORBEEZ is going to pillow talk with some girl on TikTok and tell her that story and how he came up with it. He's going to put on a mask. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
Hey, man, I got a little wisdom in me.
But I hope you guys are with me on this conversation. I wish you guys were all here, that we could all talk and you guys could all give your input. But right now, the phone lines will be open, hopefully.
No, but you know what? That's crazy because it's true. People hold on to things that you shouldn't be holding on to anymore.
Right. We carry things. We carry this trauma. And when we meet somebody else with trauma, we trauma bond.
I'm just put it out there. I'm trying to trauma bond.
And we're like, look at what mask I got. I got this one. I'm down. I got this mask. Look at, I'm the best lover. Oh, I got this one. I'm the downest. I'm the prettiest. Whatever. Crazy.
Ciao. All right. Number is up, people. If you want to make a call, talk about what we're talking about, or ask a question, feel free to call. Number is up there.
And if not, if you don't have no questions, you could give us your experience on what you think masks are, or maybe a personal story in something that you've been through. You know what I mean? And how you got yourself out of it, or maybe you're still going through it. And hey, we're here to learn from each other.
Or tell the story when you became self-aware.
Or when you got hit with a basketball.
Hey.
Go for it.
All right, well, lines are open. Aside from that, we'll just keep the conversation going till somebody calls. Okay, so That story you said is very interesting because, like I said, that is something that people tend to do is carry things that they shouldn't have to be carrying anymore.
Mm.
And caller, your name? Where are you calling from tonight?
Oh, hello. My name is Luis Masayoshi. Or that's my Nawa name. I just wanted to know if you could speak a little bit on, Nawa culture or Azteca culture in any way.
Hey, you know what? With all respect, bro, we're trying to keep it to the topic. I'm so sorry. Do you have
Okay.
anything that has to do with the topic, bro? If you can, please.
Well, you know what? For the most part, I would say that kind of adds to as far as masks. Our
Yeah.
culture. It's important as to root us into our own identity, our true identity. Where because since colonization, we've put on masks that they put on us. With the
Right.
Spaniards, with the English. They put that mask that we should all be speaking Spanish. That is
Oh,
our
yeah.
Right.
language.
That's a good one.
And I think learning about our own roots and our own tribes is very much important as far as our own identity and our own mental health.
Hey, but my bad. What's your name again, bro?
My name is Luis, but I go by Ten Flowers. Ten Flowers is my native name, Mahashochi, because I was born in the flower cycle, and I was born on the 10th day of the flower cycle. So
Hey, nice to meet
that's
you,
what I go
man.
by.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. My respects to you. You know what? That my next episode, I am gonna have one, if not two, special guests, and that's gonna be pure indigenous, homie. That's gonna be cultura
Alright.
talk. We're gonna talk about the five sons and all that.
Ooh,
You know,
can't wait.
so I have that lined up. So yeah. Hey, keep watching, bro, and hopefully you could call in on the next one.
Yeah, I'll keep my ears out. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
for sure. I appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, Shimamalwi. Take care. Be safe.
You too,
You too,
brother.
man. Thank you. Shout out to the chat for roasting me tonight. Much
What are
love
they saying?
to you all. He said, "Nice." Smear Gang says, "Nice try, Norbert.
What
that
were
was
you,
a stretch."
What were you saying, bro, right now?
Well,
Before?
how I was saying that aside from our own masks that we put on, we have masks that have
Oh,
been
yeah,
put
yeah, yeah.
on, have
Yeah.
been put on to
Yeah,
us.
we end up being with I don't know if I can say that, but
We're
wet or washed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they put the Hernandez name on me, and then that's a Spanish name, but that's
you
a
like it.
mask. I don't like it.
There's no more calls right now.
Not at the moment, but
Okay, go for it.
wait, what were
No,
we
but what were you talking about before the caller? That's all I was asking, bro.
Okay, going back to your story.
Not the hot dogs or nothing.
Nah, going back to your story is just that, we do carry that trauma, and not only our trauma, but other people's trauma. We get affected by their own trauma. Like trauma
can I ask you a personal?
Okay, wait. Before we go there,
What?
Before we go there, I don't think it's only with a partner that you trauma bond. I think it's you trauma bond with friends also.
Oh, of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's one thing that we don't really realize that our friends
They have an
trauma
influence on you.
Yeah, it becomes our trauma too. We get affected by what they told us and with their emotions, and they in a way transfer it to us.
Have you ever felt not accepted?
Yeah.
When's the first time you felt like that?
ESL.
What's that?
ESL. It's a program that LAUSD started way back.
And why didn't you feel accepted, bro?
Well, for the most part, is because when you were in ESL, they would take you out of the class to learn Spanish, while the rest of the class learned English. So that never really made sense to me.
You come and give me a hug, NORBEEZ.
Here we go. Call her your name and where you calling from tonight.
What's up, bro? My name is Jess. I'm calling from Tijuas.
Hey, Tijua's in the house.
How you doing, bro?
Hey, how you doing, bro? We met on TikTok, bro.
Oh,
What's
the
up?
brother that does the beat work.
you met me or you met Marvelous? Because we're both on there.
No,
What'd you say?
He met you. on
Oh,
TikTok.
okay. What's your name on TikTok, homie?
Jesse Rodriguez, bro.
Hey, what's up, Jesse?
How you doing? No, I was just listening to you guys talk about masks, and as you know, I'm into talking about stuff like that, right? How we all choose to wear masks, especially in the gang culture, right? The culture that we both come from, right?
Yes, sir.
And in that mask, that we wear is because some needs weren't met for us as children.
Yep.
And some of those needs are the stuff I talk about, the 5 A's, right? The need for attention, for acceptance, appreciation, affection, allowing. And so a lot of us develop this unhealthy desire for those 5 A's, right? Which means we'll become willing to do anything to get those needs met.
Right. Hey, this is the Beat Brother, right?
Yes, sir. It's me, brother.
My respects to you, homie. I always talk about you. Hey, man, that's crazy you called in. So, hey, real quick before that, you want to give any shout outs to your social media, bro? Because I like to promote you, man.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Yeah. So I go on TikTok by Jesse Rodriguez 599. I do beat work. I do a lot of community outreach out here with the Native communities and people in need, right? But I'm glad that you're talking about this topic because, like we were talking about the other day when I was on live, like I like getting involved in platforms like this where we bring awareness.
Yes.
You know, to pull down the mask and be your authentic self, right? Because a lot of people, they can't do that. And I understand it comes down to like low self-esteem. And you get into the whole psychology of underlying causative factors and stuff like that.
Yes.
But a lot of our community, bro, and I think, what's your NORBEEZ, I think is his name, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, and he touched on that a little bit right now about how colonizers have placed masks on us. And you hear all these labels, right? You have Latino, Hispanic, and all these labels that we're given, but they're actually masks,
Yes.
right? And you're supposed to conduct yourself. You get the stereotypes and all that stuff. But again, all that comes down because, in my opinion, is when we are brought up in a culture where we're chasing, you know, the approval, the acceptance, the appreciation, the affection, and all that stuff, and we're robbed of the opportunity to be our authentic selves, then you start putting on the mask with pride. You see a lot of guys that put on themselves, you know, Chicano pride, brown pride, all this stuff, right? But at the end of the day, we're all just human beings, bro, right? We're all just human beings. And I tell people, when you can be your authentic self and connect spiritually, not religious, but spiritually, you no longer have to wear a mask. You can be your authentic self with everybody. You can have 100 people in your circle, and you ask those 100 people, hey, who is marvelous? And they'll be able to tell you the same thing at different times because now you're able to be your authentic self without having to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And for me, in my opinion, that is the highest form of self-love where you don't have to put on a mask, right? Like in the gang culture where we both come from, why do we get our nicknames, right?
Exactly.
That's a mask.
Yeah.
That's a mask. I used to go by a certain nickname. That's not who I was. That's who I became. That's the mask that I picked up. Then I got into the prison system and I picked up a different mask. Right.
Hey,
everywhere you go, we were.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, bro. But you know, I'm not trying to throw your business out there, but you obviously have done time, and I just wanted to bring that up because in the YouTube genre, there's a lot of prison channels, bro, that have started up, and they tell a lot of stories. You know what I mean? And they say that they're doing it for the good of the better. You know, they wanna be a positive role model, but I just think that that's not a positive thing to or stories to tell because it does turn our youngsters on to like, hey, he made it out. You know, you can make it out. I think that we need to go to the root of where these triggers happen, you know, and deal with our stuff as children. You know, maybe a broken home, or maybe we seen somebody, you know, something happen to somebody, and maybe that had an influence on us and stuff like that. What do you think about that, bro?
Oh well, look, that's so yeah. Look, I'm an open book, bro. I have a couple episodes on YouTube about my life story, right? I just got out. 23 months ago. I did 26 and a half years in prison, right? Mm-hmm. And I was sentenced to death by incarceration, meaning I was never supposed to get out. And the laws changed, and you know, I started doing the change, and I went to the parole board. I got found suitable, so now I'm out here. But one thing that you talked about is there is, and I just got put it on game. Like, look, I'm very ignorant when it comes to technology, bro. So like, I'm kind of learning the ropes as I go. But I have seen, and I've been turned on to these. They're called YouTube Yard or something like that. It's called, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think I mentioned that the other day when I was you were on my live is, you know, and look, no shade or no judgment for any of these guys are doing this, because you know everybody does what they got to do to put food on their table. I just don't agree with some of the stuff that is being said out there, right? Like, you're glamorizing sitting in a prison cell, and you know there's nothing to brag about, bro. Like, you lost years of your life, but not only that, you create a lot of victims along the way. Talk about the impact of your actions. Talk about the remorse. Don't talk about you were with so and so on the yada and a lot of these guys. And look, I'm not saying all names because I don't know any of these guys, but the little bit that I've been like introduced to lately, because people reached out for me to do like podcasts with them, right? And I just tell these guys, look, don't take it wrong, bro, but I've been there and I've done that. And when you've been there and you've done that, you understand the impact that you caused, like your actions. You don't want to talk about that. You don't want to glamorize that. Talk about the pain, bro, how you sat there and none of your homies were sending you packages. None of your homies were bringing up your family to visit. Nobody was putting food on the table for your family while you were gone. Like, talk about the real stuff, not the glamorous stuff. There's like no educational value, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get it that it's about getting those clicks, getting those likes. I understand the business aspect of it. I just don't agree with it because one thing you said is a lot of these kids are looking up to these guys.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, oh man, that homie down, he got out. And, bro, I left a lot of men behind that are never gonna get out, bro. And I carry that. You know, me and my wife, when we're out driving sometimes, you know, I sit down and I think like, man, how blessed am I that I was one to make it out, right? And so I wish that more guys would get on here and share, bro. There's things that happen in our childhood. They're called the underlying causative factors. Things that happened to you while you were a child that then formed this distorted perception, distorted belief system that made it okay psychologically to commit such crimes that led you to prison, right?
Yeah.
And nobody's really talking about that. So when I was approached to do this podcast that I did, that was one of the things that they said they wanted to touch on. And I was like, bro, like, I'm your guy. If you want to talk about trauma, you want to talk about how I became this vicious person that, you know, committed a murder and 2 attempted murders and went to prison and was supposed to die in prison. I want to talk about how I became that person, because while I was sitting in solitary confinement, I did 10 years in solitary confinement. While I was sitting in there, I got the aha moment, like, oh man, this is what happened to me as a child, and this is how I became who I became. It doesn't justify my crimes, it doesn't justify any of my actions, but it gave me insight into how I became this person, how there's so many Marvelous, so many Jessies, so many NORBEEZ in people's homes that are going to become what I became one day if we don't talk about it, if we don't bring awareness to it.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Jesse. I really appreciate you calling, bro, for reals. Thank you, and my full respects to you and your family, bro. Thank you so much, and hopefully I could have you on the show one day.
Definitely.
All right, my brother. Thank you for the opportunity. You guys have a blazer. I just wanted to just touch bases with you and share a little bit of what I was going through. I was listening to you guys. I was like, man, I need to talk a little bit about this.
Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, Jesse.
No, I appreciate you guys. Thank
All
you
right,
guys.
homie. You have a good night.
All
okay.
right. Good night, man.
That's a good
Good night,
caller
NORBEEZ.
right there. Good caller right there.
And somebody you met on TikTok,
yeah.
right? And it's dope because we've been on there quite a few times. Just to let you guys know, we like Marvelous and we would jump on different people's lives and on their panels.
I get blocked by so many preachers, bro. Like, man, we be going at it, or the Khazarian rabbis.
I mean,
They be blocking me all the time.
It's good though. I like doing that because, you know, and I would suggest to a lot of our viewers, you know, the chat, you know, jump in there. You don't have to show your face, but, you know, get involved in the conversation, because honestly, it really matters what you guys are thinking and what you guys want to say. Because if you let only a group of people only talk, you know, you might not get what you want to say out there, or nobody will say what you want to say. So, you know, I do suggest go out there, throw yourself in there, you know, and it's always, for me, it's fun because I get to conversate with a lot of different people that I've never met and talk about topics that are important to me, like our culture, you know, our people. And it's always interesting going on there, you know, especially there's a lot of very passionate people out there.
Hey, the phone lines are open for anybody that wants to call in. Hey, I appreciate you guys in the chat, though. Let's see who do we got.
I want to point this out. This comment from Los Garcia says NORBEEZ is from Bolivia. Do you know who's from Bolivia?
No, are you?
No. But you know who
Who?
is
Who?
Jaime Escalante. Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
Jaime Escalante.
Yeah.
He's from Bolivia.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's from Bolivia.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys in the chat. Zaid, Naomi, Bob, Vanessa, P-Dog, Los Garcia. Oh, he's the one that said, oh, NORBEEZ is from Bolivia. Smear Gang. Appreciate you, homie. Yeah, the phone lines are open. If you guys, want to tell your story.
Yeah.
Opinions, thoughts, and are you wearing any masks?
Yep. And
what mask are you wearing today? What's up, Brad Pitbull?
I recently watched the movie Stand and Deliver again.
Oh, yeah?
When was the last time you saw it?
Years ago, man. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
It's a trip. When you always go back to see it, you always find out something a little bit different.
I got homies in that movie.
It's a trip, man. That whole story is a trip. I mean, how that class just, and it happened.
Hey, but imagine if they taught stuff like this in school.
I mean,
instead of the regular textbooks, the regular topics about European colonies.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that movie just told me that, our people are more than capable to know all these things that they're doing. We are capable, if not, might even be better at them. But we are. But the thing is that we just need that extra effort. We need that extra attention. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but if you give it to your child, you give it to your nephew, your nieces, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
As far as
hey, any mothers out there, any single mothers that have raised your kids on your own, if you would mind calling, I appreciate that. I want to hear your opinion on, or your thoughts on raising your child by yourself or children.
Shout out to
and having
P-Dog.
to play both roles.
Caller, your name and where you calling from tonight?
Jules Carlos from Anaheim.
Hey, what's up, Anaheim?
No, I just want to see you guys' input on the Supreme Court with what they said with ICE. Now they can racially profile.
Right.
So how do you think people are gonna, talk about masks? Like now there's a lot of people that are gonna be worried about how they look and how they need to go to work and just be about every day.
Yeah.
Because they were already doing that already, but now it's like you're gonna get all these crazy racial white boys and shit fucking now with the law behind their back and
I mean
going full force.
Hey man, any day.
Hey, that's a good question. That's a good question, man.
Any day after they stop that restraining order, for sure I'm a target.
Oh, for sure you're a target. For sure NORBEEZ is a target. No, I'm just playing.
They're gonna look at me.
Nah,
you don't even look. You look like you're from Samoa.
Nah, because you know what? I work with people that voted for Trump, and I can tell they feel remorse when you have conversations, and they're like, well, it's kind of like, nah, dude, like they're hitting people with visas, permits, it's racial profiling to the fullest. What do you think?
Hey, well, look at
answer.
Hey, real quick, homie. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think there's a personal agenda, like a move that they're trying to make, bro? Like, what do you think about that? You think it's just? I mean, obviously, the majority of homie or raza or anybody, bro, the public probably thinks, oh, well, they're just enforcing the laws and they're just trying to clean up the communities and yeah, let's get these people that don't belong here and they don't pay taxes and they're living off government assistance and our tax money is feeding them. Do you think it's not that, and that there's a bigger agenda behind it?
You know what? I'm one of those people that still advocates that this is our land, even though people say, well, it is what it is. It's not anymore, whatever. It's like we're indigenous to this population, to these certain states. And I feel like, they're targeting us because, dude, again, we didn't get smoked out. We got controlled, but we didn't get smoked out.
Yeah.
So population-wise, we're getting to that point where we're not in office. Right? They're not going to give us an opportunity to get there because we're the majority.
Yeah.
So what they're going to do is hit us again how they can. And I feel like, we're being targeted, but at the same time, being from someone that I like to really research. I mean, I've called them before. I feel like they're trying to deviate us from the whole, that one dude that hung himself, that has dirt on everybody.
Yeah.
you know, they're trying to like divert us from that, dude. Do anything and anything
So distractions.
from keeping. Hell yeah.
And then
You
and then
can't.
and then one more thing, homie. My bad. Do you think that this is gonna hit? I mean, I know we're the biggest resistance. I know that, but do you think this is gonna hit any other ethnicity? You know, such as the Asian community or whatever.
You know what? With the listeners and everybody, with all due respect, they haven't hit them that hard. They've hit us harder,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest. So I mean, not to like be, you know, like that, but come on, dude. You go to a 7-Eleven, homies, they ain't talking English. They ain't hitting up those places.
Yeah.
They're hitting up freaking farmers, landscapers, people cutting the gardens. If they really wanted to go, they know where to go. Like I said, you know, not a disrespect or anything, but nah, they're making a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of messed up now that they technically have said, hey, it's okay to racial profile. And, you know, from what I read, it's they can go on language, job description sheet, all kinds of, like, dude, what happened to America at this point?
Yeah.
To be honest, like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
So now I feel like, yeah, people are gonna, like what you said, masks and everything. Like, you never know. You know, people might change the way they even dress. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate your
It's
call,
messed up.
homie. Hey, thank you for calling, bro. For reals, thank you. My respects to you, homie. Thank you for watching the show tonight.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right, homie.
So listening.
Be safe out there, bro.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
See you, man.
I think they just they're I think that everybody's paying attention more to Ash's wedding.
Who?
Ash and Junior. I mean, that's a big event coming. I think more people are distracted with
I don't know.
that. They're trying to
Wait.
distract us, huh?
Aside from that distraction.
Did you get an invitation?
No. I'm not
Órale.
that special. But
Hey, wait a minute. Would that be like considered a threesome marriage? Because I don't know.
thruple. I think they call them thruples.
A throuple. Not to
They call
clown
them
them, but
throuples.
it's kind of ridiculous, man.
Call
All
them
this stuff going on is like everything's backwards.
Hey, but you know, going back to what you said, conspiracy just now, conspiracy towards us people. Remember, I sent you that video on that one black podcaster that was saying that one white girl, "Oh, you guys need to have more babies."
I don't remember. bro.
Caller, your name and where are you calling from tonight?
Yes, Lupe from Colorado.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, not much. A very, excuse me, interesting subject that you guys are talking about tonight, you know, and in the way of masks, you know, I think that, you know, masks, I think you guys may have mentioned something like this earlier, can also be passed on, you know, from generation to generation.
Yes.
You know, I know that, like my mom's side of the family, when they were going to school, you know, they were swatted for speaking Spanish. It wasn't like schools now where people can speak Spanish freely, and especially where I'm at, Colorado. You know, you could not speak Spanish. And as a result of that, I don't know Spanish. And, you know, all my friends that I grew up with, all have the same experience. We're all Chicanos, and
You don't sound like you know Spanish, bro. My bad. But the way we're all Chicanos. No disrespect, but yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like I went out to not to cut you off, bro, but I went out to Virginia and I met Raza out there, and it's crazy. Yeah, some places aren't they don't even speak Spanish at all, huh?
No, and you know, and even like with the math, even within my family, you know, so my dad's from Mexico, my mom's Chicana, you know, and my mom's side is not, they're not big fans of people from Mexico, and my dad's side, who's from Mexico, is not a big fan of Chicano people.
Oh,
And
wow.
so when I would go and interact with either side of the family, again, my mask would have to change.
Wow.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's true.
That's a
very
good
true.
one.
That's a trip. Yeah.
Now, you know, I just wanted to kind of share that part of it, you know, just, you know, like I said, it was an interesting topic, you know, and it's kind of springboarding off of the previous caller when he was talking about how now they can racially profile and stuff like that. Even accents. Of course, I won't be racially profiled on my accent, but but yeah, it's sad, of how things have happened. Again, I know some Spanish, but not enough to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, man. Hey, that's an interesting view, though, that perspective.
Yeah, you
I never,
passed down the
I never
mask. I
thought
didn't say
about
that.
the family thing,
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
that, well, in his situation where, one side doesn't like the other and the other doesn't. So you got to wear different masks for different parts of the
picture
family.
like this. What if your dad wasn't around and you got to put on a bitter mask or something? These are all masks, bro. These are all part of, or like anything, there's a lot of examples. Hey, but caller, I appreciate you for calling, man. Thank you for I respect your way, bro.
Definitely, man.
Not a problem. Have a good evening.
You too, man.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Hey, Pelon put up there. He put chica, no, like ka. That's funny.
Hey, it's crazy though because his nobody can stop him on that accent.
We're gonna take one more caller.
But that accent is very similar to what you would hear over there, like by Manhattan Beach or at Hermosa Beach.
Whose accent?
His accent. The
He
one
didn't have an accent. Talking about.
Yeah, beachside.
That's the all-American accent, brother.
He had beachside accent. I can't even say it. Never mind.
Chicanos.
Hey, but what were we talking about just before that?
I don't. What were we talking about? Talking about masks.
No. But before he called, we were talking about something else.
I don't know, bro.
Fuck. Chat, what were we talking about before we got the call? Let us know.
That basketball hit him too hard, man.
Hey.
The basketball. Or
I'm about to
basketballs.
throw your
Chicanos hitting Chicanos is what they want.
Shit, what were we talking about? Damn it.
I don't know. What were we talking about? NORBEEZ from Oaxaca.
No, wait.
Hey, imagine. Hey,
yeah.
wait.
No, I
No, I'm gonna cut you off. Hey, imagine if gang members talk like that. Imagine if somebody pulled up to you all like, all tatted like this or whatever, and they went up to you and you're expecting something else.
Just do it, Marvin.
And
I
they're
know
like,
you just want to say,
"Hey, bro, where you from, bro?" Imagine. Hey, what beach do you surf at, dude?
what hood you claim?
Hey, dude, where you stay at, bro?
I like that accent.
You got tattoos on you? Lift up your shirt, bro. Imagine that. That was me, Keanu Reeves, huh?
From that movie.
What?
What was that movie? The one where he's with that one actor.
Oh, you're talking about Point Break.
Point Break.
Point Break.
Point Break.
What does he say in that movie?
I don't know, bro.
No, there's some lines that he says that are good on that movie. I don't know. We have another caller yet? Come on, caller.
No, but
we need one more good
going
caller.
back to what we were talking about, that one black podcaster.
What are you talking about,
the
bro?
one black podcaster. I sent you that video where he's
What video,
where
bro?
he's asking that one girl, that white girl.
Spit it out, bro.
saying, oh, I need you white folk to have more babies because we can't have. Well, he was talking about his own community. He's saying
that dude. What's his name?
I forget
Hey,
his
that
name.
dude's not black.
But he's
saying, not black. That dude's wearing a mask, a straight for reals, homie.
Yeah.
I really believe that dude has FX makeup on.
masks. An actual literal mask. Caller, your name? Where are you calling from tonight?
What's up, family? It's the brother from Stockton.
Stockton.
Hey,
or should I
good to hear
say,
you, man.
Stockton's in the house, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, family? Yeah, this is a good episode.
Thank you, bro.
I have a quick question for you guys, man. Like, hey, I want to know, like, hey, you think that children, brother, like, say you got like a daughter or a son, and they got like a disability that affects like their mobility or like their ability to walk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say, like, would you and NORBEEZ say that kids like with disabilities or like things that like disabilities that are noticeable, and would you say that people that are like trauma bonders, they like subconsciously prey on those kids or like those young kids with disabilities?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I could speak on. Go for it, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, because my daughter, bro, like my daughter's intelligent, but she does have a disability called spina bifida, right? That affects her mobility to where she can't walk, bro.
Yeah.
You know, but she's she's really smart, bro. She's 3 years old, and she's just like any other kid. And she's a fast learner. She has she's so gifted, brother. Like she has she pays attention to detail, like things that us grown adults don't pay attention to. She's a very good judge of character, you know. So she's really smart, right? But I noticed that I won't mention their names, but I noticed that I got family who who are woke, and I'm always real careful with how much they interact with her, because I'm always worried that they're gonna try to look at her and think that something's wrong with her, and they're gonna try to feel like, okay, well, since I'm like this, I might as well just hang around her and take her under my wing, because we could trauma bond, you know. They probably already look at her as if she should have some type of trauma because of what she's going through, you know. But for me, it's not trauma, because she's just like any other kid, you know.
Yeah.
She just has this disability. But do you believe that woke people or people out there that maybe that got some kind of trauma or brokenness, do you think they kind of gravitate towards kids with, or anybody with disabilities or imperfections, and automatically try to hang around them because maybe they feel like we're all the same, you know, in some way? What do you guys think?
You know, you know what? I think that just my personal experience, bro, is I think that anybody that has ever felt like an underdog, would gravitate towards that, whether you're woke or not, would actually come to the defense of her. And I'm gonna speak personally because growing up, I was always the shortest in my class, you know, and not that I have a disability or nothing. I took it as an advantage. You know, I could get more places. I was always a lot faster than other kids and stuff like that. But I was always made fun of too. So
I hear you.
yeah, you know. So I know what it is to be picked on in school, but having reinforcement was super important, and that was my grandfather was my reinforcement. And you, and even though you're her dad, you're her reinforcement. You're her protector, bro. You're her superhero, you know.
Yes,
so
sir.
and you're
Yes,
always,
sir.
no matter how old she is, you know, you're always gonna come to her defense. You're gonna listen to what kids are telling her. Is anybody making fun of her? Has anybody not wanted her to go on any trips with them for whatever reason? And you know, but I think yeah, bro. I don't take it as any disability like a super bad disability, especially that one. I think that most kids that do have any type of disability are just as special than as a regular kid, just because it makes them more of a compassionate person. It makes them more they haven't gone through life struggles yet, but they're going through a life struggle, if you know what I mean. Like they know what it is to because it makes you feel held back anyways. It makes, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that, or I'm not gonna be able to be a cheerleader, or whatever she's gonna want to be in life, bro. Only you guys know. But it makes you feel like, you know, try harder, you know, be persistent, believe in yourself, you know. And I think the long conversations that you're gonna have with your daughter are gonna you're molding her, bro. You're molding her into this beautiful woman that she's gonna become, and she's gonna have a special story, even more special to tell somebody, or another young girl maybe that might think she has a disability or whatever. And yeah, it's part of her story. But man, yeah, bro, I think that we come to each other's defense right away. You know, when we see somebody being picked on. And it's like, man, forget that. You know, you call me if you need me to have your back, or you know what I mean? It's like, and especially with kids, man, like, man, forget that, home. They're picking you out of school. Call me, dog. I'll be right there. You know, and NORBEEZ, I don't know what your thoughts on it, but
no, you know what, and you're right to be concerned about that, because that does happen. You have a lot of people that like, let's say somebody, like, let's say a girl. You know, she's the prettiest girl out there. She knows it. People always told her that. And that one moment where somebody makes her feel like she's not the prettiest and at all, they would sometimes try to confine in people that they consider not, yeah, I guess, beautiful, and like you said,
Yeah.
try to pass on that trauma to them and
Yeah.
bond with them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That
I
like yeah, I'm okay with people like bonding with like I'm okay with family or people in my family like siblings or aunts or uncles bonding with her. I'm okay with that, but I just like I don't want her. I don't want them to like to try to like just bond with her because of that because they're led by that trauma. Like man, like if you want to bond with her, just do it because she's just a regular kid like any other kid.
yes,
Man, she's yeah, man. Like, but yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. Like, answer my question, brother.
No, thank you for
man.
calling,
You got
man.
it,
Thanks for being part of the
Thank
show,
you, man.
homie. We always hey, got love for you, bro.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you.
For so,
All right,
likewise.
you have a
man.
good night.
Gracias,
Our
brother. God
respects
bless.
to you and your family, homie.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All
You want to
right.
read some of the super chats or the poll?
I'll read the poll right now. Give me a second.
Go for it. Let's say. Hey, we thank you guys for tuning into the show tonight. Sorry it's been such a long time, but this is the stuff that we have on this channel.
Yes, sir.
There ain't no masks right here. Let's say.
All right. So the question was, we asked the live chat if they wore a mask, and 30% of the people said they do wear a mask. 15% said they're not too sure if they do wear one, and 55% said no, I don't wear a mask.
And I just want to say, you guys are liars. You're all liars. I've met most of you at the mall, and I know you're lying because you were somebody that you weren't. No, I'm just playing. But, man, I don't know about that percentage poll, man. 50% said, no, I don't. 55, I mean. Oh, no, wait. Is that the poll? Did you read it wrong right now?
No, that's the poll.
All right. I don't know, man. I know a lot of people wear masks out there. I see your social medias. I don't know.
Let's see. As far as live chat, as far as a super chat, we have a few of them.
All right, go for it.
We
Go for
are
it, go
done
for
with the calls. Let me take this down. No more calls. Thank you to everybody that did call and that are still calling, but no more calls. Thank you. We got Jay Lennox dropped 199. Said, not gonna lie, it's different with Norbert. Hey,
Not gonna lie, what?
it's different with Norbert. I think he means my presence.
What's
appreciate-
different?
I
What's
appreciate-
different?
I appreciate that.
Put it in the
I
chat. What's
appreciate that.
different with this guy right here?
We got
Hey, what's up, Carlos?
We got Tommy Rocha drop 199. Said, God fearing women swallow for your Lord.
Dang, dude. Hey, Tommy, I'm gonna slap you. Stop talking like that, man.
That's an interesting quote he just did.
My
right
brother's an ass.
Jay Lance dropped another 199, but he left no message. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. He is in the top 3 top fans for tonight. Let me go ahead and shout out the top 5 fans here that are collected points through their chat or their super chats. At first place, we got 94M. He is at number 1 with 225 XP points. We got Vanessa.
Appreciate you.
Vanessa, who has 225 XP points. So technically they're both number 1s.
Wow,
Then we got
appreciate
Jay
you.
Lennox with 200 points. We got Zayd with 200 points, and then we got Pelon with 200 points. Those are our top 5.
Órale, thank you. Hey, I feel like this is MySpace. Remember when MySpace, you used to put your favorite friends or something, your top friends?
People would get mad.
They
if
get
you
all
didn't
mad.
put
How come I
them.
ain't on your top friends, homie?
Yeah, why am I not
I
there?
remember that. I
Yeah,
remember that.
No, I'm like,
You didn't even have a MySpace, bro. You had Moco Space.
damn.
Get out of here. All right, Norbeez. Your final thought.
My final thought, I think, the topic we talked about, mask. It's very important to our community to talk about these things because clearly we have a lot of masks that we had to put on, if not because of our families, is through our neighborhoods, if not through our neighborhoods, through our school, if not through our school, through our own history, and we just need to take as many as we can and start finding who our true selves are under that mask and let that person out so that you can be right with yourself mentally, and healthy.
Yeah. Wow, good answer, Norbeez. I appreciate that, man. That
Hey,
basketball
sometimes-
didn't hit you too hard.
Hey,
That's it.
sometimes it comes out. Sometimes it comes out.
Órale.
Hey.
All right. Everybody, I appreciate you. I want to say this. This is my thought right here. I actually got a little homework for you guys, and I'm gonna start giving you homework.
Not the homework.
I'm gonna give you homework. My bad. I know you guys hate that word from school, and you guys hate it when the teacher used to tell you, I'm gonna giving you homework this weekend. But I do have some important homework for you guys on a serious note. I want you guys tonight, if you could do it tonight, that'll be cool. Or whenever you find the time, either with your spouses, your husband, your wife, you could do it in private. You could have a family meeting. However you desire to do this, I want you to either call your husband in the room, or your girlfriend, your wife, your kids in private, or however you want to do it, and ask them, who are you? You know, I want you to give me your honest answer, mijo or mija, or my love, or whatever. And they're gonna look at you like, what are you talking about? You know, what are you talking about? And just ask them. I want you to tell me. I have my perception on who I think you are, and I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me who you are. You know, because sometimes we're with people because we have a perception of who we think they are. You know, we love or we like certain things about them, but we don't know the real them. You know, maybe they haven't opened up yet. You know, but ask them. You know, who they are. See what your kids tell you. You know, see what your husband tells you, or your man, your boyfriend. You know, ask them, who do you think I am? You know, if I wasn't here tomorrow, what would you say about me? What do you really know about me? Who do I portray to be? You know, do you think I'm a fake person, or is there things that maybe I can change? You know, is there a certain mask that I wear at certain times? Do I act a certain way in certain you know, situations? You know, do I put on a mask and you see me act different when other men come around, or when other women come around? Do I sound different on the phone? You know, ask them, you know, and let them tell them they could say anything they want. You know, let them open up, and let them know after they give you their answer, let them know how special they are without the mask. Let them know that there's more to just being yourself than being something that you're not. You know, let them know that they'll get further, you know, in life just being them. You know, they don't have to go along with the crowd. They don't have to be from gangs. They don't got to be from tagging crews. They don't got to be a part of something to make something. They could do something themselves. You know, they could be the story. They could be the movie, instead of just somebody in the audience watching somebody else play out their movie. You know? So that's all I want to say. I appreciate you guys. We send our love and respect always. Stay tuned for more oldies on the Oldie Show. I'm glad that you guys rock with us, and thank you. We just appreciate your time, the super chats, and your interactions. We love you.